All right, guys, we're back again. This is going to be a good one. What do I have here? I've got lemon Italian ice, homemade, 3 ingredients: water, sugar, fresh squeezed lemon. 18 hours of sit time. Do it overnight. In the morning you wake up, you got yourself a great dessert. You want to know how to make this? Stand by. We're going to get to it right now. Okay, everyone, I am back today for another recipe, and what we are going to make today is we are going to make some Italian ice, some lemon Italian ice. This is all part of the series that I've been doing, a total of 9 recipes for summertime, which means that they are either done on the grill, they are done indoors, and they are done with not a lot of heat if you make them indoors. This one's no different. This is lemon Italian ice, basically. Very, very simple. You can see there's not much to it. I have a thing here too, right? Yeah. I have a lemon juicer squeezer here for my lemons. I have a bowl that will be going into the freezer afterwards. I have about 7 lemons, medium to large lemons here. 1 2/3 cup of water and 1 cup of sugar. That's it for this recipe. We're gonna just juice the lemons, and we're gonna add the water and sugar into a saucepan, and we're gonna bring that to a boil for probably about 8 minutes or so. We're gonna let that cool. We're gonna add the lemon juice to it, and in the freezer it goes. So let's get going with this recipe. I'm just gonna push this stuff out of the way because this is just such a simple recipe here. And we're going to do this quick too, right? So we're just going to cut our lemons in half, as you know, and we're just going to juice these. Okay. So if you don't have a juicer, you can squeeze them by hand. That's not a problem either. But we're going to try to get all of the juice out of these. Right? I think everybody's pretty much used one of these at one time. That's what it looks like when you're done juicing it. Then the juice just falls down on the bottom, just like that. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with watching me juice these. I'm going to juice these, and then I'm going to bring you back, and we're going to go over to the stove. I'm just going to show you the next step. Okay, hang in there. Should only be like a 10-minute video for this. This is going to be a great recipe. Stay tuned. All right, so I just got done squeezing all my lemons, and you can see how much lemon juice, almost a full container of fresh lemon juice in here. Definitely use fresh lemon juice. Don't skimp on this, or you won't get that full effect of exactly how it's supposed to be. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just have, these are very handy. You can get these anywhere. You can get them Amazon, you can get them in any cooking store, you can probably get them at Walmart, I would assume, as well. I'm just going to turn around now, and I'm going to strain this in here, okay? Just because there might be maybe a little tiny piece of seed, maybe, or something, or it could be just a little bit of the, I'm just going to go slow with this because it just takes a little second here to get through the strainer. Okay, so you guys get that. You can just whirl this around with your finger as well, or if you got a really, really small, you can use a tablespoon if you want to. It doesn't matter. However you want to do this, just don't want any of the pulp in here, and you will definitely get some of the pulp in there. So that's what I'm trying to eliminate, right? So we're just gonna, that's it, just like that. And then you're going to be just left. Make sure it's a fine mesh screen, right? See, this is what we're taking out. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what we're taking out. We don't want that in the Italian ice, okay? So just like that. And then we're just gonna repeat, and we're almost done. And just a little bit more. Okay, so that's about it. You see how simple this is, right? You bought Italian ice in grocery stores, or and this is going to be much different than that. I promise you, it's going to be much more flavorful. Okay, so this is what we got left with, right? We don't want that in there. We want this nice and smooth. Okay, so I'm just going to set this aside. I'm going to take you guys over to the stove, and we are going to get on with this. Boil up the water and the sugar for about 8-10 minutes, and then we're going to add the lemon juice after it cools. I got about a cup and a third of fresh lemon juice, so it's going to be very, very lemony. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's go over to the stove, and we'll just boil up some sugar and some water. And basically all we're doing is we're making a simple syrup. So you people that have bars in your house as well, if you've never made a simple syrup, this is exactly how you do it. You're boiling water, you're boiling sugar, you're letting it rest, you're letting it cool, pour it in a bottle. That's your simple syrup to make your recipes in your bar room. So come on, we'll go over here. I'll show you how to do this. All right, so we are over at the stove, and what we're going to do is we're just going to pour the water in, and we're going to pour the cup of sugar right on top of it. I know that ratio looks like it's a lot. This is going to be very sweet and very tart. So if you like a recipe like that, this is what you're going to get. Basically, in this recipe, you're going to get sweet and tart. But I promise you, it's going to be fantastic. So what we do is we're just going to stir this just like this. Now, if you want to double, triple the batch, that's fine. I'm doing a small batch just to show you guys exactly how I make it. And, you know, you can do whatever you want with it. You want to make more, you can make 5 times the amount, you know, just adjust your ingredients. Okay, so you can see now that it's not as white in here. You're going to just stir it until this dissolves. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm just going to shut it off, and we're just going to push this to the back of the stove. We're going to let it just chill out for a little bit till it hits room temperature, and then we're going to add the lemon, the fresh squeezed lemon that we did. All right, so I'm going to bring this to a boil, and I'll be back with you guys. Okay, so our syrup is about done. It's been, I don't know, like 8 minutes, 8-9 minutes, something like that. We just let this boil up for a little bit. It reduced just a tiny bit, not too much. You're going to get about the same, you know, as what you put in on this one here. Okay, so we're gonna kill the heat on that. We're gonna move this to the back of the stove, and we're gonna let this cool to room temperature. We're gonna add our fresh lemon juice into this, and then in the freezer it goes. And then I'll show you what goes on from that point forward. All right, hang in there, guys. We're almost done. Okay, so I'm back, and this has now absolutely cooled. Okay, so this is now room temperature. The only thing we're going to do is we're just going to take our fresh lemon juice, which is approximately a cup and maybe a quarter, somewhere around there. It's about 7 fresh lemons, okay, that I did strain like you seen me do it before. All we're going to do is we're just going to pour it in here, just like this. Very, very simple. Okay, so all we're going to do is just stir it up. It's just going to look like pretty much yellow water at this point. All right, nothing hard here. You guys can do this. Trust me, you can do this. Very, very simple. And then we're just going to take it and we're going to pour it into our bowl, just like that. Okay. And then the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place, see, it kind of looks like lemonade at this point, right? Okay, the only thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this, I'm going to put this in the freezer. In about an hour and a half, I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to kind of just mix it up a little bit, and I'm going to do that probably about 3 times every hour and a half to 2 hours, and then this should be done. Okay, stay tuned. I'll show you every step of the way when I take it out on the hour and a half to 2 hours. So, okay, stay tuned, and we'll just keep rolling until this is done. Okay, guys, I'm back. I let this sit in the freezer for. This is the bowl that I had put it in. I actually transferred it to just a little bit bigger of a bowl because I thought that the other bowl that I had it in was going to be a little bit too thick, too high, and too narrow, right? I thought it would take longer to freeze. Anyways, I was right by that assumption. I wound up putting it in this bowl, and I just want to show you. Now, this has been in the freezer for about 5 hours. So what we're going to do, really, really simple, and I don't know if you can see it, but you can see how it's starting to form. Okay, this is after 5 hours. So all we're going to do is we're just going to go nice and easy with it, and we're just going to pull that ice away from the wall of this, and now it's almost like a slushy. Okay, so look at, see how it is. So that's all you guys do. Take it out of the freezer and just move it around slightly. We're going to put the lid back on it. We're going to put it back in the freezer. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to leave it overnight. And I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm just going to move it around with the fork a little bit. This should be good and frozen. And then we're going to plate this in a ramekin of some sort. So I know I said I was going to move this every hour and a half. The first time I moved it, which I did not show you guys because it was only like the edge was only about this much that started to take form. I didn't show you that. I just figured I'd go to the actual following step, which is the 5 hour mark. And like I said, this is the 5 hour mark. So you can see again that that's starting to take place. All right. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. Like I said, I'm going to leave this overnight. We're going to get up and we're going to move it around a little bit more. This should be totally set in the morning, and then we're going to plate this up. So, you know, hang in there. In a snap of a finger, I'll be back, but it'll actually be tomorrow, and we'll see what this looks like. This is going to be fantastic. Trust me on this. Short recipe, easy recipe. Okay, we will see you in just a little bit. All right, so I am back. It is the next morning, and wait till you see what I got here. This is fantastic. So here is the Italian ice, and I just want to show you this. Look at what we got here. Huh? It almost looks like rock candy. Okay, so this is what it came out like. I'm just gonna take a fork, kind of break it up just a little bit. It looks like rock. It's a toss between rock candy and like shard glass. It's gorgeous. All right, so I'm just gonna take some of this, and we're gonna plate this up for you guys, and see what you think. I've had this before, so this is fantastic. This is nothing that you're going to see in a store. It's all homemade, water, sugar, and fresh squeezed lemon. All right, so let's get plating this. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to put it in a little goblet like this. I think this will be plated very, very nice like this. And then we're just gonna take an ice cream scoop, and we're just gonna put it in. We're just gonna put it in this bowl. That is. I hope you guys make this, because this is nothing like you're gonna buy in the store. Trust me. All right, very simple, right? Very, very simple, and all I'm going to do is not much garnish here. We're just going to throw a small piece of lemon rind on this. So this is the Italian ice, lemon Italian ice. I hope you guys make this. This is great. Oh, just one other thing before I finish this video. This was in the freezer for about 18 hours, okay? go into it with a fork and break it up like you've seen me do it. Maybe every, I don't know, 3-4 hours, something like that. And then I let it sit overnight and I broke it up again. And this is what you got. Okay. So if you guys make this, I hope you guys enjoy this. This is absolutely delicious. Make this recipe. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Everybody be well, be safe, take care of each other, and I will see you in the next video. Enjoy this.